Hey, what is up, lovelies? It is Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and today we're going to be playing What in Hell is Bad? Now, this is something that a few people have been wanting me to play since I posted up that little teaser video, and it was an increasingly overwhelming response. It started out very slow and then increased very rapidly, which was really fun to watch. So we are going to be playing this game together and you get to see my reactions, and I did download the Aero Labs version, so there might be parts here that need to be censored. Okay, so let's go over to the game itself. Now, I don't know what's happening on this screen. This will be fun. Let's just jump right into it. I also don't know if you're playing as a male or a female in this game, so we'll find out. Those children? Who children? Sure. Oh, okay, so you can choose. Of course, we're gonna put Lynn. Should we put Lynn, or should we use my other name from Love and Deep Space, J? I think we're just gonna go with Lynn. Confirm. Okay. This... Ooh, what a good name, thank you. What are you? You have a snake around you, clearly. Thank you very much. You know, I don't typically play my gacha games in a different language, but having it being in Japanese is pretty cool. Okay. Presenting me with a match made in hell. Okay. Okay, I'm kinda excited. Okay, let's go. Your friend is handsome and skilled, but somehow doesn't have a lover. Why do you think so? Because of a most unique idiosyncrasy? Because of a hidden lover of the same sex? Oh wow. Because the friend had a crush on you for a long time. Ooh. Okay, wait. Which one am I gonna choose? This one because I can relate to this. Okay. Someone just hit your bottom as they pass you. You look back to see that person. Why? Because you were angry and wanted to argue unconsciously because the person smelled so nice. Oh my god. Okay. So you can touch that person's bottom as well. I think because that person smelled so nice. I have a thing about smell. I love when somebody passes me and they smell really nice. It makes me turn around 10 out of 10 times. Okay. For the first time in a while, you had the perfect dream with amazing man. Which of the following abilities did you like the best from the person who pleased you in your dream? The lovely words from his soft lips, the fingers touches you gently, tireless physical strength. The lovely words from his soft lips, the fingers touches you gently. I kind of like the first two, but I don't know which one I'm gonna choose. Soft lips. Yeah, we're gonna go with that one. You enthusiastically cooked for someone precious to you. For some reason, you feel hot after eating. What will you do? Feed it to him without explaining and see if he gets hot as well. Food isn't important right now. You'll deal with your condition alone. Eating it made you feel hot, so you offer it to him as well, saying you should both feel hot together. Ooh. I'm guessing this is like is this an aphrodisiac? I kind of like I kind of like this idea, the middle one, and then getting caught. So we're gonna go with the middle one. You open your eyes to a world inside the 19 plus angst novel you read yesterday. Oh wow, you are a supporting character who knows how the story ends. What will you do? This is like an isekai. Pioneer a 25 plus romance that's looter than the original story. Pretend you don't know nothing and pretend you know nothing and lead a life that is irrelevant to the original story. Try to return to your original world. I am a supporting character who knows how the story will end. It doesn't say, oh, it's an angst. Oh, it's an angst novel, so there's probably some pain. And lead a life that's irrelevant to the original story. Pioneer a 25 plus romance that's looter than the story. Try to return to my original world. Honestly, I would probably do the middle one or the first one. Oh boy. 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2. What is real to me is this one. Okay. You have a lover whom you simply adore. You love this person so much that you want to take their hair and keep it. Which hair will you pluck out? From head, from eyelashes, from chest hair? From a head. Your first love from your childhood suddenly contacted you. Why? To ask for the contact details of another friend who is an alumni. To belatedly confess that they used to like you in their childhood. To hastily borrow money. Realistically, it's probably number 1. Belatedly confess that they used to like you in your childhood. I'm gonna say the second one. A devil who covets your soul came down to the human world to form a contract with you. What will you wish for as you form a contract with the devil? Ooh, please let me spend a wonderful time with the person I love. Please let me build my very own paradise with handsome guys. I like you, devil. Please be my servant. Ooh. Okay. I like the second one. And I like the last one. We're gonna go with the last one. Okay, that scared the crap out of me. Ooh, you were matched in hell with Mammon. As well as being the devil of greed, Mammon is the sovereign of the wealthiest and most abundant hell, Taros. As his partner, you possess the nature of trying to never lose yourself, even amid a whirlwind of anxiety. You are never frugal with taking care of your precious ones, which is why those around you consider you to be a good friend. But sometimes you feel bitter that they do not return your favor as much. But here in hell, there are countless beings who cherish you more than any other treasure and revere you waiting for you. Okay, interesting. Shall we check it out? Will you cease your match? You know what? Go ahead. Sure, why not? Because it's what the game chose for me. It is what we're going to continue with.
君を守ってくれる縁をうまく選んだようで安心したよ。
I hope so.
君とつながったその縁はいつか時が来れば君の前に現れる。気持ちとしては私がずっと君と一緒にいたいところだけど、おっと、もう時間があまり残されていないようだ。
You know what? We're only 10 minutes in and I'm having a blast.
でも覚えておいて。
Remember this.
君はこれから君のことだけを待ち望んで愛してくれるたくさんの存在と出会うことになる。どんな試練が訪れても君は幸せになれるよ。
You know what? That's a beautiful message.
私の残りの魂をかけて約束しよう。
Can we also choose to be with you too?
だから必ず 生き延びなさい。
Survive? Why? Is there like a horrible thing that can happen? This is actually really fun. I'm having a blast. I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is great. I'm very curious about what the story is for this game. It felt like you dreamt of something different from the norm. You couldn't remember the face, but you vaguely remembered talking to a man with the kindest voice. Whoa. Cuteness lesson. Whoa!
뭐해?
뭐해? Are we Korean now? Your kind but sometimes annoying childhood friend sent you a meal notification without fail again.
내가 만들어 놓은 음식 먹었어?
It's Korean? I thought this was Japanese. Did you eat what I made?
아님 또 밥 안 먹고 딴짓
Or are
중이야?
you slacking off and not eating again? Hey. You were surprised at the word slacking off and looked down around the room that you were surely alone in. Because you definitely were slacking off. And by slacking off... Oh my god. You were watching corn. Just when you looked at the video again and was about to answer, he sent another message, unable to wait that instant moment.
어디 싸돌아다니지 말고 평소처럼 내 방에 있어라.
Nope. You just happened to answer in ambiguous timing.
밥을 안 먹었다는 거야? 딴짓을 안 하고 있다는 거야? 아님 내 방에 있기
Wow.
싫다는 거야?
You decided to ignore Minhyeok's message. Minhyeok. You did skip meals and was slacking off, but you weren't wandering around the Minhyeok. Wandering around like Minhyeok worried you would be. Because you were... Huh? You were in his room on his computer watching a great video. Okay. Come to think of it, this Minhyeok Kim is such a generous guy. Minhyeok's computer that you were using had already become a shared computer from a long time ago, and furthermore, you were using most of its storage. That didn't only apply to the computer. You tended to spend most of your day apart from night at Minhyeok's house that was right next to yours. Okay. But Minhyeok always nagged you with words. He always nags me that there's no storage on the computer when I use it, but he doesn't stop me from using it. There was no way Minhyeok didn't know what you used it for. This is funny. Seeing as how you're so familiar with him, the difference in gender feels meaningless. But I don't understand what he's thinking when he mentioned saying we were supposed to get married when we were young every day. Huh? Anyway, it was clear that Minhyeok was generous and good. He pretty much nurtured you at his house. He cooks, he does laundry for me, and why are you a sub? Oh my god. Oh, okay. The woman inside the video moaned loudly as though intent upon not giving you the time to think about anything else. Just when you were about to concentrate on the video again, Minhyeok contacted you again with great timing. Oh, he called. Buzz, buzz, buzz. This time was a call, not a text. You contemplated a little, but ended up pausing the video and picked up Minhyeok's call. Yeah? You replied, while a man and woman's bottoms were zoomed in so they were bigger than your own face. What?
너희 집 쓰레기통 안 비운 지 얼마나
How long has
됐어?
it been since you last emptied your trash? He suddenly asked about the state of your trash at home.
웬만하면
You
너희 집
should go
가서
and clear it
치우고
out.
와라.
My house, I should go. The trash, I should clear it out. You answered absentmindedly, but you had your reasons. The moment you thought about the exact image of your house, it felt like your mind was returning to that day. What day? Whoa. Your parents collapsed on the floor, the police pacing around. This is a huge turn. This is a huge turn in context. What are we talking about? The red puddle. Okay. that not only doused the floor, but even soaked the tip of your feet as you collapsed a few steps before them. But something stood in front of you and you couldn't see anything from one point. The thick smell of blood that made you grimace, the soapy smell that stood before you and seeped between it. Even amidst your hazy memories, the two memories remain distinctly at the tip of your nose. And since that day, you were alone. Okay, we're back in Minhyeok's room. I remembered it again. It was an accident that happened when you were in middle school, so long that you couldn't remember it properly now. Even so, you still felt uncomfortable staying in that house for a long time. And Minhyeok knew that well. That had to be the reason he readily allowed you to use his room as your hideout. Right, I have Minhyeok. He was more than just a neighboring childhood friend you knew from birth. You considered him to be family. Minhyeok sighed as though he read your mind after you gave a half-hearted answer.
그냥 너희 집 열쇠나 맨날 두는 곳에 둬라. 내가
Just leave
다녀올
your
테니까.
house keys where you always leave them. I'll go. Under the flower bed. Thanks.
오케이.
Minhyeok answered shortly and hung up. It looked like it was about time his class at university was over and he was coming back home. Shall I get around to using this precious time quickly, fruitfully, and preciously? You played the video again. But another message popped up as soon as the hotly moaning lady appeared again.
근데 너 지금 야동 보고 있지?
Oh my god. Flinch.
부탁이 있는데 이번엔 수건 꼭
Oh
깔고 해라.
my god. Oh my god.
의자 방석 새로 산 거다.
You flinched because even though Minhyeok knew what you were doing, he never pointed it out so directly. But you couldn't be startled and stopped there. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm so shocked. You couldn't be startled and stopped there out of embarrassment. Damn it, Minhyeok Kim, you spoiled the fun. But I can concentrate again. After placing a towel on the chair as Minhyeok beseeched you, you took a deep breath. Then the smell of the room that you always smelled here rushing into your nose. A cotton scent mixed with soap. How does Minhyeok's body smell? Always, wow, okay, alright. You once asked if it were fabric softener, but it was simply Minhyeok's body odor. What are we doing right now? I wonder how that man smells. Okay. You thought as you concentrated on the video again. The video was reaching its climax. The man and woman's bodies were completely touching each other's. Each time the man rocked the woman, she cried under him and hugged his neck. Gulp. Gulp. This time the man sat on top of the woman and strangled her with all his might. The woman's face turned scarlet like it would explode and made blocked sounds. Even so, the woman's crumpled face looked somehow happy. The man also didn't look like he was tormented the woman but adoring her. What? While watching the video where you could see real love between the two of them and not a video where they just huffed like beasts, you felt your lower abdomen was ringing. I chose the right video. Lynn, I was a genius. No, whoever made this is the genius. Dude, I literally cannot. This is the funniest. Just when you were about to slip your hand into your pants as the video reached climax. What happens? Oh! What? The scene suddenly crackled as it was broken and the video stopped. No, we're nearly there. You crawled under the desk and smacked the old mainframe of the computer as if coaxing it. When you came back to your chair... Okay, hi. You were so surprised that you screamed in an embarrassing way. A man's face was floating above the paused video, his eyes darting about expressionlessly. What's this? Is it broken? Or is this staging too? The man's face was so beautiful that you could accept that it was part of the video. Lol. It definitely was splendid porn, but not as amazing as this face. Bro, you muttered, studying the face of the man in the screen. The man with wavy, medium short hair had a unique complexion. He looked very drowsy or somewhat temperamental. But oh well, he was beautiful that it didn't make sense. He was so beautiful that it didn't make sense. Each time his eyelashes fluttered, your fingertips tickled. Each time his hair waved slightly, you found it hard to breathe. The somewhat sad-looking eyes shone like they were wet, so it looked like he was crying. You thought you wanted to torment him more if he cried. What? Eager boil? The man was more provocative than the porn you had just watched. Just when you thought so... Okay. The man's darting eyes stared at you in the face. They were obviously beautiful eyes, but you felt a chill down your spine like you sensed danger for some reason. You almost instinctively stood up slowly from your seat and stepped back. Just then, it felt like the unrealistically good-looking man's face approached you almost realistically. No, you didn't just feel it. It was real. The man was extracting himself from the monitor. Huh? Unable to apprehend the situation, you quickly cringed away. Holy guacamole. Then the man showed himself completely from the seat you just vacated. Okay. The man was intimidating, unlike his pretty face, and the scythe in his hand caught your eye the most. 6 wings, and even a scythe. A cosplayer? What kind of logic? When you muttered, unable to grasp the situation, the man opened his mouth almost simultaneously. This makes it the second time. I told you then, and I tell you now, I have no hard feelings for you. Huh? You were about to answer with question marks to the man who said obvious things. When there was a whoom, and the scythe slashed towards your chest. Ugh! Shrieking in a humiliating way for the second time today, you stepped backwards. Your clothes ripped vertically where the scythe touched it, and your bare skin was exposed through the open clothes. What are you doing? Did I tell you that I have no hard feelings for you? You nodded resentfully and blatantly found something strange. This man, what language is he speaking in? The words shooting into your ears were definitely foreign to you, but for some reason you could understand the contents. Oblivious to your surprise, the man continued again in the foreign tongue. Did I say this too? Huh? But you should die, nevertheless. Huh? Even if you're handsome, there are things you should and should not say. You might have shouted in a different situation, but your mouth was shut so tight due to fear and tension that you couldn't even scream. He's really trying to kill me. Questions like, what the hell, were no use here. You were already backing up against the wall and had nowhere else to hide, and you simply shut your eyes tight. Just when the brutal-looking scythe was slashing through the air with a whoom, crash! Someone opened the door to Minhyeok's room with a huge bang like they intended on breaking it. Lin! You and the cosplayer who jumped out from the porn stopped moving at Minhyeok's sudden entrance and stared at him. Don't touch her! Your friend who made him worry that a conman might get to him for being so gentle shouted in an extremely serious and trustworthy voice. Okay. Minhyeok yelled as he ran towards you, then spread his arms wide and stood in front of you. Cool entrance, but how did he know, and what was he going to do? And then... Did I tell you too? I have no feelings for you either. No hard feelings for you either. The scythe soared up in his womb and cleaved through the air. No, Minhyeok's chest. Minhyeok's body fell limply. Oh my god. Just when you collapsed with a scream and tried to embrace Minhyeok's body, The man with the scythe raised it again, as if intent on not giving you the time. Just then, there was suddenly a cozy smell like a cat's sunny fur behind your ear. And a black shadow as soft as a blanket enveloped your body as if trying to help you not plop on the floor. It felt as someone was pulling you from the back to help you up. The black shadow soon became someone's firm hand and swirled around your waist. Then, a strange man's sweet voice rang in your ears.
特に何の感情もないやつを殺すのが恥ずかしいとも思わない。 天使の特性なのか。
Is it an angel trait to kill a woman with no feelings for and not feel embarrassed? Oh, so the person who was killing was an angel? When he spoke and pulled back, the scythe grazed in front of you again. Wait, I'm pretty sure I was up against the wall. No, what? Did he say an angel trait? While you felt confused, with one arm around your waist, a man walked out from behind you and stood next to you. It was a snow white and scarlet man.
罪のないやつをそんな風に適当に殺してたら地獄に落ちる。
They say you go to hell if you go around killing innocent people.
俺が知っている天使は人間たちにそう言っていたけどな。
That's what the angel I know say to humans.
私たちは神に仕え、神を賛美する存在。
We serve and worship God.
私は言ってなかったかな。それ以外は何も重要に思わないと。
Did I tell you that nothing matters?
誰が死のうが生きようが、それは神に何の影響も及ぼさない。
Whether people die or not, it does not affect God at all. When the man who saved you jeered, the expressionless man put away his scythe and spoke in an indifferent voice. Again, you were confused with the foreign tongue, but again you understood it properly for some reason. Meanwhile, you realize something. That man is an angel. But apart from his angelic and beautiful face, everything else made him look like a gangster or the Grim Reaper. Wait, then what about the man who saved me? You slowly raised your head to look at the man standing next to you. Then the man also looked at you. Oh, he's so pretty. Who are you? The man raised the corners of his lips terrifyingly, then glinted his unsmiling and scarlet eyes to whisper in your ear.
ソロモンの子孫であるお前を助けに来た。
Ooh, I am the devil who came to save you, daughter of Solomon. Solomon, ooh. While you were frozen at the word devil, the man called an angel raised his scythe again.
私とここで対抗するつもりか、サタン。
Oh, that's Satan?
それはあまりいい考えではないと思うけど。
Satan, are you trying to stand against me here? I don't think that's a good idea. A small bloody smile appeared on the expressionless angel's face.
君の力はソロモンとの契約で封印されているは
Your
ずだけ
powers
ど。
must be sealed because of the contract with Solomon.
君は今私の前で虫よりも劣る
You're no
存在
better
だ。
than the vermin before me right now. What?
私は言ってなかったかな。虫のようなお前が私に歯向かう姿を見ていると足ですりつぶしてやりたくなると。
Did I say that seeing a worm like yourself trying to rival against me made me want to stumble over you? When the angel pointed at you and Satan with a scythe in his hand, white light began to gather there. Then you felt something unfathomable but eerie. At the same time, an emotion that bypassed eeriness began filling up inside you most quickly and feverishly. It was rage. Give Minhyeok back, you scum. Oh, okay, now we're loading. Oh, what is this? What is that? Dutch closed window. Oh,
運
how
がいい。
unfortunate.
ソロモンの子孫を始
Oh,
末
it's
しに来て
Gabriel.
7つの大罪の悪魔一人を同時に殺してしまうことができたんだから。
Oh, how unfortunate of me. Oh, how fortunate of me, since I came to kill the descendant of Solomon, but now kill one of the seven deadly sins as well.
ソロモンの子孫、お前は俺の後ろで安全にしてろ。天使がお前に触れて、お前の命を奪われることになれば、全てがおしまいだ。
Descendant of Solomon, you should stay safely behind me. It's all over if the angel reaches you and takes your life. In battle, you can use up to 6 allied characters to protect your base or your heart. Okay. You lose the battle if the base's HP reaches 0 or if all allied characters are defeated. Allied characters can move up to 30 times during a single battle, so plan your movements carefully. Prevent enemies from reaching your base by blocking their path and taking them down. Oh, this must be Minhyeok over there. Where am I supposed to go, though? Okay. What am I supposed to do?
今だソロモンの子孫、お前の怒りを思い浮かべて俺に力を注ぐんだ。
Okay. Activating skill. For skills that target specific locations, select your character, press and hold the skill button, then drag your finger to the desired location and release the activated skill. Okay. So, click and drag this here. Whoa.
お前の体を剥製にしてやろう。
Whoa. That's a big sight. Okay. Interesting.
負けるなんて考えは鼻からなかったぜ。
Oh, so this is Satan. Haha, I didn't even think that I'd lose. This is very interesting. Okay. Once a decade hobby.
どうやらお前とは気が合わ
Looks
ない
like
よ
you're
うだな。
wrong. The devil called Satan smiled confidently despite the angel's threat. The devil really was teeming with some energy that even you could see. He tightened his grip on your waist and spoke.
今、俺のそばにはソロモンの子孫がいて、こいつは今、友達が死んでものすごく怒ってる
Oh
んだ
wow,
ぜ。
Solomon's daughter is next to me and she is furious that her friend is dead.
俺はフントの悪魔。ソロモンの子孫の怒りが俺の中に直接流れ込
I'm
ん
the
でくる。
devil of fury. The rage of Solomon's daughter is flowing directly into me. Heat colored his eyes, which scanned you sweetly.
お前の怒り、すんげえ甘い。すげえ
Okay.
うまい
Your
ぜ。
rage is very sweet, simply mouth-watering,
お前を丸ごと食べてしまいたいくらいに
such that I
な。
want to swallow you whole. His feverish eyes stared at you wetly. Satan slipped his hand up from your waist and shoved them inside your ripped clothes. Excuse me? To grab your breast with his entire mouth. Okay. It's hot. Now looking like you were pretty much in his arms, you trembled. You could feel hotness and ecstasy you never felt from the breast Satan's hand touched. Okay. As you blushed, the scarlet eyes that saw it curved into crescent moons with the corners of his lips. Power like black shadows burst from his body like an exploding bomb.
俺は今、神でも殺せそうだぜ。
I think I can kill even God right now.
契約はどうし
What
た？
happened to the contract? The angel widened his eyes in utmost surprise, then ground his teeth as though he realized something.
ソロモン。
Okay. He growled as though he was calling upon the name of an old enemy. At the same time, he also glared at you.
そうだね。今日はこれで帰るよ。
So,
でも
alright, I'll go back for today. But the angel raised his huge scythe and sharply slit his own chest. What? Scarlet blood began flowing from his chest and he swung the bloody scythe in your direction. Huh? The movement of drops from the scythe touched you. They transformed to scorch marks and became ash as they disappeared. The blood that touched your bare chest was absorbed into the skin like water on a sponge and left unfathomable words. It branded you. That damn bastard.
また会
I'll
おう
be seeing you again. I wonder what he did. Did I say that?
もう言ったっけ
With those last words, the angel gradually faded away into thin air. Almost at the same time, you slapped Satan's arm away and collapsed on the ground. Minhyeok. Minhyeok! Minhyeok didn't answer. Tears filled your eyes, fell down, filled up again, and sloshed down.
その男
Oh
は死ん
wow,
だ
he's dead. It's all my fault. He was trying to protect me.
そんなことを言ってる場合じゃないぜお前も今いつ死んでもおかしくない状態になったんだからよ
It's not the time for you to say that because you can die at any moment now. Pardon? He pointed at the strange characters on your chest.
それは天使たちが次の獲物を見つけるとき使う烙印だ
That's a brand angels use to mark their next prey.
その烙印が押されるとどんな手を使っても天使たちからの追跡は避け
You
られない
can't evade the angels when you're branded.
一度烙印を押されれば四天使たちが100匹1000匹もお前の匂いを嗅ぎ分けてピラニアのように押し寄せてお前を骨のかけら一つ残さず食べてしまうだろうな
That's very crazy. Once you're branded, hundreds of thousands of young angels will flock to you like piranhas on smelling you and devour you without leaving behind a single bone.
いやお前はソロモンの子孫だから天使たちはお前に触れられんかもしれねえな
No, you're Solomon's daughter, so they might not let the young angels touch you.
代わりに3人の四天使がお前を捕まえたら3つに切り裂いてその体を
This
分けっ
guy
こ
is
でもす
great
る
at
だろ
making
う
you
よ
feel better, but the three seraphim will cut you into 3 pieces and share by themselves. That doesn't matter. At the sadness and rage boiling inside you, you didn't realize that you were no longer speaking politely. If you really are a devil, save Minhyeok. I don't care what you take from me.
それなら
Oh, wait, before you do take it, give me time to erase my hard drive. It would be nice if you could give me time to delete my internet history as well. Satan grinned when you murmured urgently. Satan bent his knees and met your eye level.
ソロモンの子孫お前を迎えに来た
Daughter of Solomon, I am here to take you. Daughter of Solomon?
そうだだからお前は今から俺と一緒に地獄に
That's
行
right,
くぞ
so come to hell with me. He raised a hand with sharp glinting nails.
お前が俺の横でこうしている状態であの人間を生かすことなんかあまりにも簡単な
When
こと
I'm next to you like this, it's much too simple to do things like saving that human. Then I'll help, so save my friend Minhyeok. Unable to identify what situation you're in or if this situation was even real. You ended up uttering words that you shouldn't have voiced at seeing Minhyeok in a pool of red after trying to save you. But you didn't know what results it would bring. But it doesn't matter. I have to save Minhyeok because I know that devils grant you a wish if you make contracts with them. I will go to hell, but please help my friend Minhyeok. You were worried in case Satan felt displeased or disinterested in your offer. Okay, the man is a nut job. When he roared with laughter, the objects in the room flew around and exploded with it. Even as he laughed with his mouth wide open, he stared at you with his large eyes. You were feeling goosebumps from it when Satan shoved his face in yours.
やっぱりソロモンの末裔だな悪魔と出会ってすぐに契約しようとするなんてよ
You are indeed a descendant of Solomon trying to form a contract the moment you meet a devil.
あれも最初はそうだったな生意気だけど魅力があったあの時あれの頭を壊しておかなくてよかった
He did that too at first. It was arrogant but charming. It's A relief I didn't smash his head in at the time. Hee. He nodded with exaggerated movements.
悪魔は約束を守る。嘘もつかな
Devils
い。
keep their promises. They don't lie either.
たった今お前の言葉は契約になって魔導書レメゲトンに記録された。俺はお前の契約に応えなければなら
Your
ない。
words just now became a contract and were recorded on a blank page in the Lemegeton. Huh, I must respond to your contract, said Satan, who grabbed your cheeks and swallowed your lips. When his hot lips swirled roughly in your mouth, you frantically responded to them. You had no choice but to, because Satan's kiss was hotter, sweeter, and more pleasant than any others that you had experienced. After licking the deepest parts of your mouth, he slowly detached his lips from yours and caught your eyes. How do you lick the deepest parts of somebody's mouth? Does that validify the contract?
このキスはただ俺がした
I
くて
just
した
kissed
だ
you
け
because I
だ。
wanted to. Huh? Satan's lips didn't recede and stayed a breath away like they could touch again at any time. Thanks to that, his words pushed into your mouth again like his tongue did.
お前の望みはもう
Your
叶っ
wish
た。
has already come true.
お前が地獄に到着した瞬間、あれはここに来る前の場所で何も起こらなかった姿で目覚める
The
ことにな
moment
る
you
だろ
arrive
う
in hell, that will wake up like nothing happened at the place it was before arriving here. As Satan pulled away as he extended a hand. The moment you took it, your body floated into the air. Huh? It's
地獄に行く時
time
間
to
だ
go to
ぜ。
hell. Under your and Satan's feet, Minhyeok's lifeless body flinched. You felt relieved, then afraid at your destination to hell, a little too late, and asked, "Can we go somewhere other than hell? Why does it have to be hell?" When your tears were about to well up at the word hell, Satan smiled as though saying, "You don't get it." He wrapped his arm firmly around your waist like he did when he first met you, and spoke in a melodious voice.
地獄のどこが
What
悪い
in hell is bad? Just like that, you sank slowly and softly. Okay. Interesting. When you shut your eyes tight, worried about how rough it would be to get to hell,
それは笑って
are
ん
you
のか
smiling
それとも
or
泣いてんの
crying?
か
When you slowly open your eyes, listening to Satan's mischievous voice. Whoa.
このシトリー戻ってくるのをお待ちしていました王
This
様
is Sitri, was waiting for you to return, your majesty. He has horns too. That must mean he's a devil. So this is hell? But although you were in hell, of all places, you didn't have the time to look around. Oh, he's pretty. After the elegant-looking devil greeted Satan with a quiet and affable voice, he raised his beautifully shining eyes to stare at you intently. Feeling unfathomably feverish in his silent gaze, you blushed.
私、ぴょんも帰ってくるのを待っていましたですよ、天下。
Just before you were about to be captivated by the devil called Sitri, you heard a small devil that looked like a pet greet Satan. Thanks to him, I barely woke up. You gripped your heart that pounded secretly from Satan and took a deep breath. Even in the meantime, Sitri was ogling at you. Come to think of it,
俺はサタンゲヘナの王
I am
だ
Satan, the king of Gena. Ah. He said that he really was a king. Does that make this place Gena? Pyong opened his mouth as if your question to yourself was his cue.
地獄に初めて来る方のようですです。地獄はアビス、タルタロス、ハデス、ゲヘナなどに分かれてますですよ。
He's so cute. Pyong's cute.
人間の世界では 全て地獄と呼んでいるようですが。
Ah, so it's divided into different places, and then humans call hell just hell.
ゲヘナは地獄の他の国々であるアビス、タルタロス、ハデスよりも暴力的で悲劇的で美しい国なんですよ。
Violent and tragic? Satan scowled terrifyingly while you were startled and pointed at the space between Sitri and Pyong. What
なん
the?
だベリアルがいないじゃないか。
Belial?
それが
ベリアルは来ることができませんでした。天使た
The
ちにやら
angels
れ
got
て
to Belial.
なぜだ。
The sound of Satan grinding his teeth rang out.
ベリアルも私も予想だにしなかった天使たちの襲撃がありました。今は重傷を負って倒れており、ベリアルが守っていたゲヘナの首都は今
And Gena's capital that Belial was guarding is now. Ooh, bang. Before Sitri could even finish, the ground shook and there was a deafening sound from somewhere. That was when you realized that you were standing inside a building, one as high as a tower to be exact. This is actually quite interesting. It's already the second fight already. Sitri, Pyong, show us your skills.
実力を見せろ。
はい、サタン殿下。
サロモン様の子孫。私たちは遠い距離から攻撃するのが得意な悪魔たちですよ。
Oh, there are 4 different ally classes. The Diligent Marksman class, who can damage enemies from a distance. The Adventurous Defense class, who blocks the enemy head on. The Effective Close Range class, who attacks nearby enemies directly. And the Benevolent Healer class, who can recover the HP of your allies. Oh, interesting. You know what, this game kind of reminds me of something. Let's see, activating a skill 2. 4 fixed location skills. Select your character, then tap the skill button to activate the skill at the fixed location immediately. Okay, so now let's use the healer skill to restore HP to nearby allies. Click, click. He's very pretty. I like the graphics of the game. This battle mechanic is reminiscent of... There's a game that came out recently that feels very much like this. There used to be like an auto in the other game that I'm thinking of. This is actually very slow-paced. These little slowing things are either very strong or my team is very weak. Is there a way of speeding this up? Ah, I can. Okay. Close. All of the glory to his victory. All the glory of the victory to his majesty. Okay. Leave. Oh my god.
今ここゲヘナの首都は
Oh, the capital is about to fall.
ですよ。
The tiny devil flapped his small wings and looked ready to cry. I see. Satan fumed silently, gripped his fist, and spoke in a grave voice. Whoa.
それ
In
なら
that
まず
case,
ベ
we
リア
will
ルの葬式に
attend
先に参列
Belial's
するぞ。
funeral first.
ベリアル様はまだ死ん
Oh,
で
but
ない
he's
ん
not
です
dead.
けど
Okay.
ね。
ごもっともです、殿下。幸いその誰かはまだここゲヘナの首都の中にいることが把握されていま
Fortunately,
す。
that someone is identified to still be here in the capital of Gena.
それならベリアルの葬儀とも同然
I
が
can go on the way to Belial's funeral.
いや、だからベリアル様はまだ
Very
ごもっともなお
reasonable.
言葉
Okay.
でございます。
They're a little silly. The young devil who couldn't persuade the 2 devils that Belial wasn't dead yet seemed to be decided to change the subject.
ところでこの方は誰なんです殿下。
When the small devil stared at you, Satan and Sitri also turned to look at you. They both stared so furiously that it was strange that you cowered a little without realizing it. Even so, the eyes glued on you didn't weaken at all, and only turned more tenacious as though they didn't want to miss a single movement while you cowered. It was Satan who first withdrew his gaze out of the two devils who seemed to study you through your clothes. With a somewhat boastful face, as though saying, I know her identity. I somehow feel uneasy. You already learned how Satan unexpectedly does unsensible things in a short time you met him until now.
そういうやつだ。
The name is Lin, that's who. Said Satan shortly with a smile on his lips, and he strongly pulled you by the chest as though grabbing your neck. He opened wide your clothes that were already ripped with the angel's scythe. Excuse me. As your cleavage showed, Satan's rough hands passed it hotly. Feeling Satan's temperature and his sweet scent at the same time in that brief period, you felt furious at being swayed by the devil, but you couldn't do anything about it. You were dragged here while watching pornable things. You were still feverish, and his handsome men were standing before you. Men looking at you like they were licking you. I'm not at fault, I'm just a bit honest. You thought blushing, but Satan was staring at you with curled lips.
表情が面白いな。その頭の中にはもっと面白いものが詰まってると思うんだけど。
Your expression is interesting. I think there would be something more interesting in that head of yours.
ぶっ壊して開けてみてえな。
To smash it and open it. It gave you chills rather than feel romantic, but you felt your body heat up again for some reason as you received his gaze. While you spoke shortly with Satan, Citri and Pyong were gaping at your chest in shock.
天使
An
の烙
angel's
印
brand?
本物の天使の烙印です
It really is an angel's brand.
そうだ。それも四天使3人のうちの1
That's
人の
right,
も
and
の。
it belongs to one of the 3 seraphim too.
普通の人間一人に烙印を押すなんてまだそんな卑怯な手を使っているということですか
And the normal human girl, are they still using such cowardly ways? Citri normally looked calm but grimaced furiously and ground his teeth.
ところでどうして四天使にもなる者た
But
ちの
how can a
烙印が
seraph of all angels brand?
あいつはソ
That's
ロモン
because
の
this is Solomon's.
やっぱり
I knew it. Oh, his face changed. Citri only heard up to Solomon, but his eyes reddened like he would cry and rushed at you. I knew it? Knew what? But you couldn't ask, because Citri kissed you. It wasn't a friendly kiss. There was no way he had any friendship with you, nor mischievous flirting. Citri's kiss was very deep and wet. Citri was crying. Oh, I have a choice. Wipe Citri's tears. Wipe Citri's tears. When you saw the tears wetting the eyelashes under the closed eyes and fall down his cheek, you couldn't just do nothing. So you raised a hand and stroked Citri's soft cheek. On feeling your hand, Citri's eyes opened and the eyes were as wet as a lake stared at you. The parts under Citri's eyes became fuller like he was smiling. Then Citri's body soared into the air and made a splat as it fell down. Wet lips still open, you looked at Citri sprawled on the floor once. Then Satan standing next to him with his leg raised. It looked like Satan kicked Citri away.
そんな挨拶したことねえだろ、ソロモンには。
Treated Solomon like that. You heard Satan grind his teeth loudly. Coughing, Citri got to his feet, but he maintained his calm and silent look as he did before rushing at me in all crying glory.
そりゃ当然です、殿下。これは
Of
キスで
course,
す
Your Majesty, this is a kiss.
あえて私が割り込んで恐縮なのですが、
I apologize for daring to butt in, but Sir Citri,
急に
why
どう
would you
して
suddenly
キスを
kiss?
したかっ
Because
た
I
か
want to. Oh? Guys, this is getting more and more confusing. You were already kissed. Twice. By both by devils, and both because of the same reason. and both times felt so good. True to their names as devils, you thought as you felt your thumping heart, and thought again that you're not to blame for feeling excited at the situation like this. Crunch. Just then, Satan ground his teeth and glared at Citri.
もう一度俺の話を遮ったら
Citri,
殺すぞ
if you cut me off again, I will kill you, said Satan, pulling you fervently to his side.
こいつはソロモンではなくソロモンの
This
子孫
isn't Solomon. This is Solomon's daughter.
ああ、あんなに子孫を欲しがっていたけども、ソロモンがついに子孫を産んだのですか。
Oh, he wanted a daughter so much did Solomon finally conceive a daughter? Citri stared at you like he would his granddaughter, and tears glistened in his eyes again.
いや
Whoa.
正確には子孫の子孫の子孫の子孫の子孫くらいに
No,
なる
this would be his daughter's 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 daughter. Well,
うーん
Citri now gazed at you like he wanted something.
大雑把に言うとソロモン様の遠い末裔みたいなものです。
Meaning a long descendant of Solomon's, Your Majesty?
ああ
That's right.
じゃあ
Then
ソロモン
Solomon is...
死
He's
んだん
dead.
だろあいつは
Citri's eyes became moist again. I see.
そうなん
I
で
thought
す
he
ね
was gone for a long time.
どうもしばらく姿が見え
No,
な
I
いと
think I
いや
heard that he died.
あの者が死んだという
But
噂を
somehow
なんと
I
な
thought
く
he wouldn't die so
彼ならそ
easily.
んなに簡単には死なないと思ってい
Without
た
realizing.
自分でもなぜだかわかりませんが
Only then did Citri bow in lower spirits.
すみませんソロモンの
I
匂いがして
apologize that
思
he
わず
smelled like Solomon, so I accept his apology. Do not accept his apology. Accept his apology. When you nodded, Citri smiled at ease.
寛大に受け入れてくれてありがとうやっぱりソロモン君は心が広い
Hey, I told you I'm not Solomon. Citri's eyes gazing at you were unwavering as though he already decided that you were Solomon. Just then, bang. Are we fighting again? The floor and the devils were standing on shook as though it was an earthquake, and the ceiling shook precariously like it could fall at any moment.
天使たちがまた押し寄せてきたようです
Ew. Yeah, we are fighting again. Citri glared out through the window with silently sunken eyes. We're fighting again, aren't we? I think so. Yeah, we are. Okay, so what is this? Starting the battle, placing character. From the character list on the left, select your desired character, then drag and drop it onto the map. Use the short filter options above the character list to help find the character you are looking for. Oh, you can scroll up and down the character list. Ooh. Oh, okay. So we're gonna select, click, and drag. Am I not clicking and dragging? There we go. Whoa. Hey, isn't that Beelzebub? This one? Do I have a healer of some sort or no? I guess these are close range fighters here. I'm gonna speed this up. Gotta speed it up more. Oh no, it's only 2 times speed. Okay. All characters have attributes. Okay, each character has one of the following attributes: light, darkness, fire, water, or nature. The attribute of your allied character gives you an advantage in battles against enemies. Make sure to check the stage information screen before entering the stage to see the enemy character's attributes. Okay, that makes sense. Reminds you of Genshin, actually. All the characters have attributes. Okay. If they have superior attributes, when they attack, they deal additional damage to the opponent. If they have inferior attributes, when they attack, the character will miss at certain chance. Oh, okay. Interesting. So far, I am kind of enjoying this game. It is very interesting, and there is a lot to learn for sure. 100%. And we are at 1 hour now, so I am actually going to end the story here for now. Let me know what you think down below. Let's go back to the menu. Okay, I guess it didn't menu me. Can I go to the menu? I guess not, guys. Is there a way of going back up? Guys? I'm very confused. Okay. Anyway, very interesting. I think I'm just gonna end it here. But yeah, this has been What in Hell is Bad. Let me know if you enjoy this little playthrough of mine so far. I'm very much enjoying it. We're going to have to still play some more. I'll post this video, I'll read the comments, see if you guys want to continue following along with the story with me. If that is the case, then I will not play it on my downtime. I will play it with you guys. But that being said, yeah, I've had a lot of fun. The story is somewhat interesting. Why these devils keep kissing the main character, I have no idea. But it is quite fun so far. So, thank you all so much for watching. Leave your comments down below if you want to continue to see me play this game, like a playthrough like this. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'm Lynn, the Gacha Goblin, and I'll see you lovelies in the next video. Bye-bye now.